Did you like it? Yeah, that's cool. I'm going through a bit of a personal dilemma here, so I'm going to try to conjure up an improbable, but and if not so, very distinct reasoning to justify my tardiness in the upload schedule. What do you... Oh, right, there's nothing here. So, I'm gonna take the time to get you to follow through and see you again later in the video. See you, man! It is the year 2076, and replicas made from the mind of Gestalts made up the bulk of the workforce. What is the first thing you Google? How big are Elster's tits? After the end of World War II, the system split into two. At the Battle of Penis Dick, nobody really knew what happened. It was kind of lost on record. Nobody knows. And then for Vanette over here, so the two sides they battled, and then one was like nuh-uh, and the other was like nyah, and the other was like nuh-uh, and the other one was like, this isn't canon, by the way. I made it all up. What are you gonna do, big boy?
Hey, wake up. Please, wake the fuck up. Oh my god. What? She's gone! She's fucking gone! Oh, she's a pile of piss! She's a pile of fucking piss, right?
The game is a survival horror RPG. Or as I like to erroneously call it, really puzzle gay, not really gay puzzles. It sounds like a vaguely inappropriate joke where Half-Life and Hinupop had a baby, but I only made that joke because lesbians.
I don't like this game. I don't think this game likes speedruns very much, because I'm trying to look at this thing right now, and it's telling me to please go kill myself.
Our first exposure to the environment outside of the Penrose is Lang. S23, somewhere in the solar system, and I'm gonna let my good friend take over. His name is
Our
Spot.
briefing begins now. You will be deployed to a remote station, S23, on the outermost planet of Lang. We believe a major corruption has taken place and we're sending you to investigate. This corruption has reached out to our entire solar system, but we believe that Lang is one of the major sites of exposure and spread. Your primary objective is to eliminate hostile forces, contain as much corruption as possible, rescue any friendly operatives, recover or scavenge any usable equipment, and get some bitches. You will be landing just outside the perimeter and you will take the main service elevator, as it is the only non-compromised entrance on the entire site. Anything that isn't sentient does not get out. Normally, you'd be accompanied by a squadron composed of 3 others excluding yourself, but we're stretched thin. This will be difficult, but I believe you have the skills necessary to accomplish the tasks at hand. Good luck, Elster.
You know what? Fuck all that shit about saying like the 9 degrees of finished objects.
Look, I get it. Putting hints into a game in an immersive way can be hard. But this isn't about hints. This is about companions. And hints. This sounds like an odd thing to say, and I wouldn't call this a complaint, but the radio didn't really feel all that necessary outside of a few early game scenarios. One way the game could have prioritized its usefulness is by allowing contact with others.
Is the radio not working?
3,
Jesus!
2, 1.
Neil?
I will never drive an automatic, because I'm a real driver.
What are you saying?
I am one with the machine. After I drive, I'll put the stick shift in my ass, because me and my machine are one.
This is not appropriate use of the radio channel.
Oh my god, they're peeking. They're peeking.
Zinger, you can read that, right?
I can't fucking read this.
You know, I actually love pistols. With 3 S's. Also, I can't move.
Oh my god. No!
I can't fucking see, bro. What's happening? this stupid piece of shit. I hate it. What I'm trying to say is that the weapons suck.
Says who?
Me. So, I'm gonna include my own weapons. You get what I like to call the Left 4 Dead 2 grenade launcher, or dare I say, Zambikilla 69. I'm thinking of replacing it with the minigun and the sword. I don't know where I'll place either, but anything is better than the stun stick. I spent the better... There's only one thing in this universe I hate more than the letter R. And it's this puzzle later in the game where you put the water into the other water. Now, an acquaintance of mine made a perspective mod, so I wanted to try it out.
Hardcore search and destroy.
Huh? What is this?
Destroy the objective, Elster. Into the air.
You're gonna get shit on.
Dude, you're actually
There's not too many reasons to stick around after that, so just go to the mines when you're done.
You know me, my little bit was forward.
This game has no shortages in its armory. That being said, it also has no automatic weapons, save for the submachine guns. I'll talk about the fucking yeah. We're gonna talk about the firearms. Yeah. Okay, now quick facts before we go. It's a high rate of fire. Ammunition, you shouldn't really count on it, as far as I remember in gameplay. It's good range, I guess. You don't really need to worry about it. You're not firing across the room anyway.
2, the improved version. This is overall lighter. It adds this interesting control lever. The magazines are not compatible. They're not the same. This now uses a plastic magazine, which is definitely lighter. Still 30 rounds. Still.
You will figure out how to beat the game and find the weapons on your own. But that was a fucking amazing transition. Badass. Something I'll tell you is you should at least keep the maximum amount of stun sticks on your person if possible, and reserve one inventory slot for them as long as you have them. On my PC playthrough, I forgot the button prompt for the stun prod, but you don't need to make the same mistake that I did, so I'm just gonna let it play out for a second. Don't use them if there's 3 or more enemies in one room. You're better off using a firearm to clear it out, and it's best used to create angles in the event you're stuck. In a dark room, you don't even have to worry about these. You're not going to be in this interaction very often.
There's not enough screen time for the 2 of us.
Don't worry. I'm sure we can share.
You're going down, and when I'm done, you'll be the lazily animated PNG.
I'm running out of jokes, so I gotta keep you guys occupied somehow, so I'm gonna rate it
really, nigga?
out of a good. This cutscene's removed, but this was going to be the alternative fake-out ending. Based on its layout, it's more than likely there would be a cutscene here, elaborating on the Empress or maybe the Yuuzhan Empire. When I first heard of this, I had originally considered 2 possibilities. It might highlight the influence of replicas on the civilian populace, or represent the then Gestalt Elster service discharge or conversion. I don't know. Mic check. Can we get a mic check, please? 1, 2, 3. Alright, here we go. Heavy exuberance! I got it proof of concept, but I'm doing it! But, Mio, as a game reviewer... isn't it your job to inference information from the...
Summer finds Arthur Morgan on the verge of death, near succumbing to tuberculosis. With a stroke of luck, Ruby's hot single mother is able to conjure and reveal his aura before disappearing to rescue John Marston and his family. Arthur allies himself with the White Fang before eventually treating his tuberculosis and engages in a prolonged battle against Ruby's abusive drunken father, of which he is victorious.
Okay, this is my like 3rd time Arion is born on Lang, and the twins are we're gonna...
good. That's the thing from the beginning. That's the thing.
Ariel remembers. Well, I don't know what that means. I don't have a clip of Erica disappearing, so she enlists, right? But the Elsters weren't commissioned.
What's up?
I couldn't figure out what to say in this section, so I'm just gonna show you. More likely than not, he's seen his fair share of loops, but we'll get back to that later. When it comes to love, I've noticed there's a lot of references to dancing. Maybe that's important, or maybe I'm dreaming. Like, yeah, I'm sorry you told me not to befriend the Elster unit, but if you leave me alone out in space with nobody— Need I say more? I think I must. I'm putting my dick in it! I'm sure you love Space War as much as I do, so let's catch you up to speed. There's no air friction, meaning range is virtually limitless. Human resource logistics, there's complications you're gonna have to address, like assembly and resource acquisition, how to get the resources into orbital transit, do we assemble ships on platform or in orbit, and do we have enough space certified and capable manpower. I wanted to calculate the battle group placements and escape velocities for each planet in the system, but I forgot the method for graphing in a 3-dimensional space, so I'm not gonna do it. If you really want to, you can check on my trigonometry, but that's not gonna be of much use because it's all— Strictly speaking, in space, thanks to early warning detection systems, it's a little more complicated than that. Brings me to— have you ever seen a gacha 2012 JRPG not set in fantasy? That's what stealth is. I approached inside the red room. For some reason, I knew it was going to be the last. It gleamed like bottles of refracted light beams. When I stared into the bright screen, I remember my room being so dark that anything brighter than maybe 2 shades, I had to squint. I kissed her once. I remember this detail vividly because I remember saying the same thing. I can't do it. I desperately wanted to know more, but I can't find the words to describe what I would have said or what I would have done with that information if I actually had the privilege of even setting foot into a single iota of maybe what's out there. She knows I've been here more than once, but this was gonna be my last time coming here. All I could do was apologize to the pool of blood and what was supposed to be my beloved counting down her final clock. I just could not muster up anything to say while I was recording this session, so really the only thing I could do was keep my promise. It's not that I really could tell you how I felt in this moment anyway. All I could really do was ask myself what I didn't know. So the logical conclusion would probably be that I could not give you an answer, right? That wasn't really my choice to decide. It was the game doing the most of the deciding for me, if I'm being honest. But this was it. What?
What's the rest of the video?
I'll do the rest later.
You only covered half the game, you stupid Hey, come back! Come back, nigga, come back!